I've heard horror stories about weddings that have gone sideways. Some I've been to, but didn't know it had gone sideways until after the fact because the crazy moments were handled so well. It's a lot of stress for the bride and groom, the wedding planner, and anyone else who is directly involved with how everything goes down. So obviously, in a theatrical sense, it should be really funny. Hello, and welcome to One Man's Opinion, where I review professional theater in New York and Connecticut. Today I am reviewing TheaterWorks Hartford's production of Matthew Lopez's Zoey's Perfect Wedding, running at their theater at 233 Pearl Street in Hartford. Directed by Rob Ruggiero, Zoey's Perfect Wedding is less about a wedding as it is about friends and their romances that happen to take place at Zoey's wedding. The titular Zoey, played by Rachel B. Joyce, doesn't even appear until easily 30 minutes into the play. It's 2008, and Rachel, played by Blair Lewin, along with her husband Charlie, played by Daniel Jose Molina, the night I was there, his understudy, Stephen Stocking, was on, and her lifelong friend Sammy, played by Hunter Ryan Herdlicka, have been seated at the table furthest away from the bride and groom's table at the reception. They lament their being placed so far away from the action, and Rachel wonders why she has been relegated so far from the bride, whom she still considers to be her best friend, and not even been invited to be a bridesmaid. While chaos grows during the wedding, no small part the fault of Sammy and Rachel as they proceed to get excessively drunk, their own problems come to a head. Sammy's boyfriend is going away to work for the Obama administration, and Rachel and Charlie's marital problems come to a head. Rachel and Sammy in particular debate over what makes a happy relationship. Sammy's is an open relationship where he and his boyfriend have multiple partners, sometimes sharing them, and Rachel is adamant that a relationship can't mature without it being monogamous. Meanwhile, Zoey's wedding planner, who also happens to be her cousin, Missy, played by Hallie Eliza Friedman, is failing left and right. The food is late to serve. The DJ, whose name happens to be DJ, played by Esteban Carmona, won't play the music Zoey and her husband Patrick have chosen for the reception. Things escalate when Rachel drunkenly lambasts marriage in an impromptu speech. Though there are moments of zaniness, Zoey's Perfect Wedding is a surprisingly sober comedy about what makes a healthy relationship. How much of it is physical? How much of it is communication? How does family play into it? How much sacrifice is too much for one person to give another? Ruggiero has envisioned a fantastic staging of the show. He and set designer Sidney Bembridge have created what at first seems a pretty simple set design, but when it transitions into the ladies' restroom, it becomes a whole new layer of brilliant concept and design. The cast is overall good. Hunter Ryan Herdlicka is the standout performer as Sammy, who doesn't oversell his funny moments early on and is able to bring things down to their more intimate moments later. Blair Lewin had a bit of a slow start the night I was in attendance, but by the time her speech to the bride and groom happens, she had found her legs, and the rest of the way she was golden, confidently commanding every scene she was in following. Stephen Stocking did a solid job filling in as Charlie, and Rachel B. Joyce really becomes a focal point in the comedy once she arrives on stage. Though the actors do well with what they have, the problem with Zoey's Perfect Wedding is the script and the direction of some of the comedic moments. It doesn't always know what it wants to be, a comedy or a drama. It can be both, but I think the push for laughs comes on a little hard, inadvertently making it not as funny as it should be. I think the balance is just a little bit off in finding the weight of the situation and how the humor lays within it, so when the comedy hits, it doesn't induce the laughter as much as it could sometimes. Zoey's Perfect Wedding may not be perfect, but it is a good show with genuinely tender and heartfelt moments. When the funny moments hit, they hit well, but other times it creates a good chuckle. The more dramatic moments are where the show succeeds. They're genuine and heartfelt and reminds us that a relationship is a multifaceted creature that needs attention, maturing, and nurturing. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you wish to see Zoey's perfect wedding, I'll leave a link in the description. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Activate the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be Yale Repertory Theater's production of Between Two Knees. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.